Today is World Parrot Day. Here at Paultons we have 3 species of parrot and we'd love to tell you all about them and how you can help parrots in the wild.
My name's Izzy, I'm one of the zookeepers here at Paultons Park, and this is Bacon. So Bacon is one of 3 species of parrot that we have here at the park. Bacon is an Eleonora cockatoo. Eleonora cockatoos originate from East Indonesia, more specifically from the Aru Islands, and they mostly eat seeds and nuts, but they will also eat flowers and flower heads. They'll eat berries, and they also are known to eat insects as well. Bacon has actually been with us for 30 years at the park, but in the wild they lived sort of like 50 to 60 years. So he's only probably about middle-aged, just over, so he's got a nice long while with us yet.
I'm joined by our 2 military macaws, Mr. Macaw and Elliot, who joined us earlier in the year. Now, military macaws can be found scattered along Central and Southern America, starting from Mexico along to Argentina. They'll either live in pairs or in big flocks of up to 40 individuals. They like to nest in cliff cavities or tree holes, depending on where they're native from. They live on a diet of nuts, seeds, berries and fruits, as well as having vegetation from trees that they climb. They have big strong beaks to help crack open those nuts and seeds, and Mr. Macaw's favourite food is walnuts. The lifespan of a military macaw is about 50 to 60 years. Mr. Macaw is actually 34 years old. Since Elliot has moved in, Mr. Macaw and him have been getting on like a house on fire. They are so close they're actually like brothers now.
We've got another species of parrot at the park called sun Conyers, and the sun Conyers are over in our Japanese gardens. They're very, very noisy birds, and they tend to live in nice big groups. They will be found in northeastern South America, and it's believed that 90% of the population is found in Brazil. And again, in the wild they eat a variety of different seeds and nuts. They eat lots of different fruit. They eat the flowers and berries as well. Again, in the wild the sun Conyers live till about 30 years old, and here at the park we have 10 sun Conyers, including 1 chick which was born and fledged very recently, so that hatched at the park here. Unfortunately, sun Conyers are classed as endangered, which means that their numbers are in decline, and the World Parrot Trust is helping to raise awareness and helping with conservation efforts to stop further decline of all the species of parrot in the wild. There are 3 main factors that are affecting parrots in the wild. The first is trapping. So this is where people are going in and they're catching the wild birds en masse. They're catching big groups of them, and then they're selling them off for the illegal wildlife trade and the illegal pet trade, which is having a big problem specifically for birds that are monogamous, so they mate for life, because it means that their numbers aren't able to recover from the big losses that they're experiencing. We then also have habitat loss. All parrots, they nest in forests and in trees or under trees, and in those sorts of areas, and unfortunately the human population is expanding at such a rate that a lot of those trees are being destroyed and they're not able to be planted and grow quick enough to recover. So not only are parrots not able to create appropriate nesting sites for themselves, they're also not able to gather enough food, as all like their food sources are also being destroyed. And then finally, the introduction of non-native species, particularly rats. Rats are a big problem because they're big disease carriers, particularly if they're being introduced to an area that they're not native to. They carry diseases that the birds don't naturally have immunity to. And then they also are prone to going into nests and taking the eggs or taking the young, which is affecting the population there. Now, more information on the different threats that parrots are facing can be found on the World Parrot Trust website, as well as lots of information about parrots in general and about what they do. Unfortunately, 1 in 3 species of parrot is affected and is under threat. 16 species are classed as critically endangered. The Royal Parrot Trust, they have helped rescue and help with the conservation of 42 species in 22 countries. So they've done a lot, but there is a lot more that needs to be done to help parrots in the wild. Some of the things that the Royal Parrot Trust have done to help with the conservation is raise awareness in local areas and raise funds to help the parrots in the wild. They also create nest box and nest sites, which they then protect from adverse weather conditions, that can be caused by climate change, from predators that may come in and go into those nest boxes and take any eggs or affect the parents, and also from disease. So if they manage to get a group that have been trapped, they will then treat all of those for disease and rehabilitate them before letting them back into the wild.
The Royal Parrot Trust is also involved in improving the care of captive parrots. They provide expert advice on their care to help provide for a better life and well-being for these captive parrots.
Next time you come and visit us here at Paultons Park, please keep an eye out for our 3 lovely species of parrot. Make sure you come and see them and see what they're getting up to. You never know, Bacon might even say hello to you.